Hello, I'm here. I am a huge fan of Taylor Swift. And for a lot of people, that translates to intense passion or being fanatics. For me, it makes me very critical of what she makes. Because I've seen her potential, and when she writes Peak, she does it so well. Well, here we have The Life of a Showgirl, or Showgirl as I will call it from now on, and this album is not it. But I do have a lot of specific parts I can fanboy over, for a good reason. And so this video is meant to be more of a ramble, but I will still be reading off a script for the sake of coherence. So let's start with initial impressions. The main ones being number one, ooh, this can go somewhere. Number two, this sounds like it could be in Midnights or Tortured Poets. Number three, she's talking about the haters again. Number four, oh fuck, those are some cringe ass lyrics. My god, people are gonna feast on this. Number five, um, that's it. Okay, yeah, so that's it. So, the initial impressions don't sound good at all. And I'm the type to say lol, lol. But for the purpose of the video format, I think I can try to talk about each song one by one. I'm sure I'll digress from one point to another, but there will be an attempt to make myself more leveled. Hopefully, it's not going to be an easy task. So let's start for the first song, which is The Fate of Ophelia. When I first heard it, I thought Taylor's going to nail the vibe well of the album, I mean. It starts a bit dark, well, at least dark for her, confident without being too on the nose about her style, and fun lyrics to follow along. I think the favorite part was the keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Yeah, something like that. It's like when you visualize it like this, it's like a curtain hovering over the performer, which is her, Taylor Swift. It can get more vibrant after this introduction. It's like an intro, a proper intro. Well, we ended up having mixed results. And one of the strongest criticisms I've heard about the song is how it demeans the story of Ophelia to just be about a Disney princess of sorts. And I somewhat agree, but Taylor Swift has always been dreamy about her writing, if not too flowery. Sometimes she just has too much fun inserting literary references or uncommon words for the hell of it. It's just a fancy way to make a simile, not to be all serious with the symbolism. It's like saying you'll die in a pop song if you don't have your lover. But Taylor Swift, with all her fashion, wants to sound posh about it. That's like her thing. I don't know. I've listened to her songs and albums for so long. It's like a classic. She's so exaggerated sometimes. And I find myself cringing at it from time to time, but it's easy proof that it's her genuine writing all the way. It's always her writing. You can hear it in her lyrics or in just how she structures her songs. But that's far from the issue I have with the Fate of Ophelia, which especially without the whole set list turned out. So I'm going out of a limb here and ask what the fuck was Max Martin doing in this album? It's like his distinct production is drowned out by the influences of Jack Antonoff from previous records, specifically Midnights and Tortured Poets. And most of the songs sound so low-key or mute. A lot of it is compensated by the way Taylor Swift flourishes her voice by the echoic effects or the fades. So I'm sorry, but I'm not the type to be all in the know on technical aspects, but just the rest of the production is uninteresting or it's not memorable basically. So Taylor is a natural singer-songwriter, but there still has to be more to etch into memory for any song. She's not even new to that concept, but so much of the songs in this album feel so toned down for some reason. And it's not just to go all, oh, it's the behind the scenes of a showgirl. No, no, the production is just a weak compliment to the album. And the burnout of a lot of fans felt from the Antonov albums is what I felt from Max Martin here. And it's just one current album cycle. It ends up only the vocals being the memorable part of most songs here, which is really a huge miss from Taylor Swift because she has a history of good bangers while also like fitting the album. So next is Elizabeth Taylor, the second song. So I have conflicted feelings about the song, mainly because the quality of her writing here is somewhat, it feels incompatible between parts. So like there's this idea of presenting a figure in the spotlight. So it's like showcased by the use of the whole name Elizabeth Taylor. Yep. But the lyrics just do not match the potential and excitement of a bold title. The lyrics are so basic for how grand the production attempts to be. So there's this line, be my NY when Hollywood hates me, and it's like, it's, for me, it's really cringe. It's really bad. So there's also the line, you're only as hot as your last hit, which is, it sounds like Taylor Swift, but it could be paraphrased as a better and more impactful line. Sometimes she suffers from being too straightforward with lyricism, and it's often songs about her fame or how she responds to it. So, which sucks all the more for me because she has written great songs about fame, with one of my personal favorites being Clarabo. And if we're talking about a similar vibe instead, Ready for It is something Max Martin helped with, while also sounding much more infectious and strong. So, because of this album, I actually revisited some songs from that era, and it it was bold. It really felt bold. So it's such a stark difference from the this Showgirl album, especially because it was Reputation, and then this one is like Showgirl. But there are going to be more thoughts about it down the line because yeah, Showgirl, whatever. There's a lot to say about it. It's just frustrating to listen to Taylor keep talking about her fame. Like there are so many themes and aspects to her life that could be better central topics to any of her songs. Like she's going to be forever, she knows it, but she keeps focusing on the part of her insecurity, and she's rarely hitting it with a refreshing take at this point. Like she already has so many songs about it, and it's more tiring than anything else, like about the romance, about the love, about the friendship or whatever. But fame, really? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's it. But for the third song, we have Opalite. So Opalite is easily one of the better songs in the album for me. It's got a fun chorus. It's the beautiful yung oh my lord. Uh, uh, oh my lord. Yeah, I really love that part. And it's got one of the strongest representation of the bright parts of a showgirl. So bright parts. So I have to specify that because there's going to be some lines down here that it's about the dark parts, the dramatic parts. So Opalite here is about the bright parts. So um it also means that I gotta address the perception of this album based on expectations. And just majority of people expected an energetic vibe or bangers after bangers. Now, I did say I have complaints about the low-key production, but I knew Taylor wouldn't be able to resist some dramatic parts or more toned-down songs. It's like part of her style for any album. She always adds some drama here and there. So, well, for no, for Opalite itself, it really is a great song, but this is gonna be funny. A better song in its style exists. I'm talking about Bejeweled, which was produced by Antonov. And I can't believe Max Martin was beaten in this lane by a Midnight's album song. And it's not as a dig at Midnight specifically, but more like the clash of the supposed vibes here. So by that I mean Bejeweled is likely the fun pop song more people expected out of Showgirl. So yeah, it's not just Reputation I Revisited, it's also this one. Some songs like I wanted to sort of revisit what was the part or the highlights of these albums, these previous albums, and then just discovered, man, these are actually very energetic, very poppy, even though they were certainly edgier than most of her content, right? Ready for it, Bejeweled. Well, not Bejeweled specifically, but the era where it came from, Midnights, right? So, right here, it's funny because I barely have anything bad to actually say about Opalite. I just think there is a better song, which is Bejeweled. Well, that's my opinion because I just love at this point I just prefer Bejeweled from Opalite. And as a presentation of the album itself, I think it would have worked better. So next we have the fourth song, which is Father Figure. So I'm going to talk about the first impression first. First impression. So the first line that struck an impact, as I would expect for other people too, is Taylor Swift saying, "My dick's bigger," talking about the devil deal and everything. So really, really, yes, really. So I actually figured out the meaning of the song. Now I'm not the type of fan too deep into the lore of whatever Taylor Swift is, and I can't name all her previous boyfriends or do I bother to find out each hidden meaning. Sometimes I like attributing personal meaning to her discography. So like I don't always actively find for what this song actually means. So that said, there's a vast difference here for this song once you know it talks about Taylor's journey as an artist with Scooter Braun, if I remember correctly. So it goes from a somewhat bragging song to a vulnerable one, despite the venom in her words. It's the part where she talked about covering up scandals and manipulating her kindness. That was beautiful and haunting. And there's some sort of anger there, tired anger. I really love that part there. But a lot of people are going to miss that. It's a song about being a protector of a protege, with Taylor Swift being a badass big figure instead. And I feel like this could have made me enjoy Tortured Poets a lot more if more songs embodied this style of presentation. So I did not like Tortured Poets much. I was part of the group that didn't like how bloated it was, and I took it further and actually just selected a few songs and put them in a playlist. It was only then that I actually enjoyed it, and it's the only thing I'd associate from the album. That whole ass anthology has some great songs, and one song I always glaze is Clara Bow. And Robin is also a great song in this lane. So, it's just funny because this is brought up from Father Figure. It's a decent song, but I can see so many people missing its significance, like the whole significance of the song. Even the tone, the delivery, and the classic Taylor's flipping the perspective from one person to her. So it's for good reason for how flowery songs of Taylor could be. Sometimes she has a bland approach to more serious themes. Like there is usually a disconnect with how she wants to present it to what it sounds like. It's easy to think that it's just a song about loyalty to Taylor herself instead, which is a natural ick for many people. It's like what I dislike about her fame approach. But this song, Father Figure, if you don't know the history of everything, it sounds kinda off. So, right? So, the next is the fifth song. The fifth song is Eldest Daughter, Eldest Daughter. So, Eldest Daughter, my initial listen to this album, I could already feel the burnout at that point. Yep, burnout at the fifth song of an album. It was yet again another song about reception to her as an artist. And she starts off the song with the most teenage emo lines plus delivery ever. Whew, it was really cringe. And oh boy, trolling in memes, apathy is hot, terminal uniqueness. Seriously, that line is maybe peak cringe, terminal uniqueness. And she had songs like from TTPD about so high school and everything, but terminal uniqueness is so uniquely cringe. And this isn't Savage, yeah, that line. So it really was an unremarkable first listen. I was really, what the fuck is this? And I could only cringe with having to listen another rendition of I'm Not a Bad Bitch. It's just sounds okay. So it's a horrible song, horrible line structure, and horrible pop culture style. But then, there's a but. But then the bridge hit, and it was like a totally different story being told, at least for me. The way it hit me, I'm not sure how to explain it better, but there is such a strong disconnect in this one song. I really, really hate that awful, awful intro. I can't express it enough. I hate it. It's so cringe. But it really turned out beautiful by the end. Now, is it only because the progression from that intro made the landing much more impactful? I can't really tell, but nah, yeah, I'm just not sure. But her voice became much more assured in its delivery of the insecurity and the pure love. Like it turned into love here. I don't know because the chorus already had the part where she's singing about never gonna leave you, never gonna break that vow. But after that bridge part, the way the vocals and the harmony whatever fit the rest of the song, it's just beautiful. The stronger piano progression or something repeated throughout the closure. I just think it turned into a way different song by the end. So I still think it has a terrible, terrible verse structure and a somewhat weak presentation of Eldest Daughter, the song's title. But I can still say it's a good song. It's a Taylor Swift song. It's just it could be much better. If the first part was much better, it could have been an all-time favorite because that ending portion of Eldest Daughter is really beautiful, and I love it. I love it. Yep. So sixth song, we're already about halfway through. Wow. Okay. So the sixth song is Ruin the Friendship, and oh boy, I have opinions about this. Short opinion, but I have opinions about this song. So, oh boy, I got an eye roll with just the song title here. Ruin the Friendship. And the lyrics just reinforced my impression. I just hate this song. So it's not as vile as the hatred I felt based on the cringe from the last song's intro. But Ruin the Friendship is just a problematic song, just a forced sad plot twist by the end about the dead person and how she should have kissed him anyway. So I don't have much to say about the song, except that I dislike the idea of the song and how it was even included in the Showgirl album. There's this line, ruin the friendship, better that than regret it. Better that than regret it. It's a line that I don't want as part of the Showgirl runtime. Maybe it fits the idea of Midnight's melodrama better, but it really has no business being part of the set list of Showgirl because for me at this point, it's Showgirl, not musing, dramatic, and nostalgic teenager because it also talked about the girlfriend being away and some implications like that, the prom and everything. Um, the nostalgic um effect by the song is not effective. It It's not even a melodrama that's fun to listen to. It's just, eh, eh. Yeah, I hate this song. Sorry. I, 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 I couldn't find a saving grace here. So, seven is actually romantic. So actually romantic. I was leaning on meh for this song in my first few listens, but it grew on me as just a really heartfelt, silly Taylor Swift song, if not one of her better songs here about fame. So because it is specifically angled to take a jab at a misguided passion of someone else, rather than being about the fame itself. It's something I'd call a wholesome song in a sense because it's not too direct about being a bad bitch or anything, nor being insecure. It's for me, it's confident enough with its delivery without adding too much. It's somewhat like a basic lyrical song too, but it's for how basic it is, it's simple, but sometimes simple is effective, is what I'm saying. And it's about, actually romantic, about how this person, this crazed person, always talks about her. And actually sweet, actually romantic. Like, it's a fun way of deflecting the hate against her, right? So it's like blank space, what for this version, which is really fun, actually romantic. Maybe it's not as catchy, but I think it really is a good song about fame. That fits the lane of Taylor Swift lyricism. So that's it for the eighth song. So the eighth song we have is Wishlist. So Wishlist with all the dollar signs. So Wishlist, from the title, I expected it to be a cringe song, and the way she talked about fat ass at the start, I almost expected her to be critical of that, or talk about the irony itself with her being a famous rich person. But basic as fuck lyrics aside, it's surprisingly another wholesome song for me because it speaks so much about her love. It's just I don't care about anything else. I love this person. That's the song. So it might sound like she's judging other person for their lifestyle choices, like the ones with the dogs, with the pets, and then the ones about the fat ass and what they're looking for, what their goals, ambitions. But it was just to drive in the point that she doesn't care about anything like that. It strongly feels like she's in love, a great part of the happiness portion of the showgirl aesthetic, with her having a lover she's connected with. And her talking about having the whole block looking like you. So, girl is very horny with her intense love. And I just love how wholesome this song is. It's like, again, basic lyrics. Should be cringe for other people, but the expression of her love here is infectious for me. This is a girl so in love, I can feel the smile in the song. So that part really hit well. I love it. I love it. So next we have the ninth song. The ninth song being Wood. Wow, Wood. Yep. And based from the title alone, I was right in my expectations. It's about wood. And it's the song with the most insane, horny energy in this album. And first things first, though, I personally wanted more songs with a similar vibe for this album. So, like Wood, Opalite, and stuff like that. So, it's maybe not the lyrical content, but it's a simple, fun song with a clear innuendo. Magic wand, wood, hard rock, come on. Who will miss that? Maybe some younger teenagers, but for the rest of us, we know what it means. So that said, for me, I think Taylor has written much better horny songs like Dress and I Think He Knows. So I feel like it diminishes a bit its impact as part of the Showgirl album. It's also a rather short song. I think it's just less than 3 minutes. So it's quite underwhelming for what could have been a much more fun song. Like, I'm sure she can be more detailed or smart about her delivery of the horniness of her mind. She's already done it before. She can do it. And Wood, as fun as it is, it's lacking. It could be something more. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So, next we have the 10th song. The 10th song is Cancelled! Wow, beautiful song title. So cancelled. Oof! All caps with the exclamation point. Cancelled. And I'm sure the song title caught the attention of a lot of people, wondering what Taylor Swift would do with such a song. So first of all, for me, it's a reputation song. Easily. It's easily a reputation song. And second, Girl Boss as a lyric is another cringe moment. Like, oh, she really said that. And the delivery of the chorus is nothing extraordinary either. Welcome to my underworld. uh, no. So I can see how I can squeeze this song into the idea of the Showgirl album, but it's still just meh. It's meh. It's meh. Plus, it also made me realize most of her songs here with explicit lyrics don't actually need the explicit lyrics. In fact, some of them probably sound better without the cursing. Like the one with "I am the bad bitch." Like you could say, "I'm not the baddest." It's fine. It's not. Uh, I, whatever. There's some this part here in Cancel that talks about fucking off her, and then something like let I forgot how she changed it in the family friendly version, but it works. It doesn't have to sound like she's edgy just for being edgy, just for the sake of it. So most of her cursing comes off really underwhelming in this album specifically. So maybe it's just her voice or her delivery, but she does well enough without adding more unnecessary edge to her lyricism. She can already be smart without it. So Cancelled is a bad song for me, but I understand why it's here. So other than that, I don't really have much else to say about it. It's like still Taylor Swift song. So the 11th song is Honey. So Honey, it sounds like a lover song for me, while also having hints of whimsy of the one from Folklore. Maybe it's the piano or something. So this song for me is like witnessing a public display of affection that I did not ask for, which is not a bad thing, mind you. I only mean it as that's the vibe I got from the song. Lots of cheesy lines, back and forth of emotional turmoil, murmurs or rumors involved. It's romance. It's Taylor Swift's romance, and we're all forced to listen to them squeal over each other with affection. I mean, the whole song is about I love you, honey. Oh no, I'm sad, honey. And then like that, oh call me honey. So yeah, sometimes I love pure romance like that, pure cringe-worthy romance. So I don't know if it's enough to make this song a worthy entry of the Showgirl album, but it's a song about romance, alright. And maybe it is a part of the life of a showgirl, mainly because honey, she's getting married, stuff like that, and then this romance. Oh, I may feel sad being a showgirl, but I have my honey, stuff like that. It's okay. It's an okay song. Not not offensive like the others. And then of course we have the title track. The title track, the last song. So this one is a reasonable conclusion for the album. So I just hope there won't be a deluxe version song or a set of songs because I think I heard from her that she wanted the album to be compact enough. So I hope it turns out like Reputation where there wasn't a deluxe version or anything. So I've already heard snippets of other versions of the songs here and I'm not sure how to feel about it. There's like other versions of this song and that song like Up the Tower version, some more on ballad, more focused on piano or more a cappella-ish. So I'm not sure how I feel about that direction yet. So for the track itself, I actually think this could have been a better tie-in among the songs of Tortured Poets. So to be honest, I think this album is a better manifestation of a tortured poet's department, as cringe as the title decision sounds still right now. So it overall though, the song doesn't feel like a highlight at all, which is for me surprising because it's a collab with Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, two big pop artists right now, and it just turned out like a decent piece. It's a part of an album. It it's so. There are some lyrics to here that are too on the nose for me. So I always mention this for Taylor Swift because she can be more succinct yet just as effective if she wants to. So, um, before I said like she doesn't always need to curse. So there's this line, dance hall are of the witches, not bitches. So I think for the style of her flowery presentation, I think witches sound much better. So it's like a line without using the explicit words. So especially with the I'm immortal now baby dolls follow up. So yeah, it's all about some sort of disconnect, inconsistency with her lyricism, and the style and presentation that don't always hold well together when they're mixed. So, yeah, that's like the 12 songs we have here. So, there's 12 songs, and that's my opinions about each of them. So, there's been a lot, and I've said my pieces. So, yeah, those are my random thoughts about each song. And now it's time for the rest of the throwaway of my opinions or thoughts that I may not have expressed enough previously. So basically, I think this album is a very big missed opportunity, as disappointed as I am to say about that. It really could have been something more. So I was liking the trajectory of the first four songs, so up to Father Figure, but then it went rocky basically. So I don't want to resort to making a specific playlist again because it's a short album of 12 songs. It's not like Tortured Poets with I think 31 songs. Like I can cut that and still feel at peace. But Taylor Swift, please, girl. All the stage sets are fashion design for most of the promotion in the lead up to this album really set the album for a massive disappointment. Um, I've been reading a lot of comments and it's not good. It's sort of disheartening because I love reading fan enthusiasm for a project. And I don't want it to be like just glazing and being a big fan without accepting any criticism. But the negative reception to this album has really been something to witness. And I hope Taylor Swift is willing to listen, like actually listen to the vibe she's been the effects of the vibe she's been bringing. So, even up to this point, people still believe they should have gotten a bright poppy showgirl album. So me, I expected differently. So while I am still disappointed, it's not as bad or as horrible as some people feel like it is. So it just sucks to have an album where one song it's simple to understand, then the next is followed by some complex shit like father figure, then a different cycle of serious over wholesome basic love. So like um inconsistent basically. That's why the title is that. I keep using that word. It really is inconsistent. It's also sad to see fans so conflicted, so like I've been saying, because there's the conflicts of the fans, and then there's also being hated by those who think Taylor should be irrelevant already. Like it's not an unpopular opinion to hate the fans of Taylor Swift, and this album is not helping that case. So I'm not part of either group, fortunately, but I do wish to hear more like elevated peak songwriting from Taylor, like with a few of my favorite songs from her whole catalog. So for reference, if you want to judge me, some of my favorite Taylor Swift songs without order are one, Clara Bow, The Way I Loved You, Happiness, Back to December, Clean, Timeless, Cornelia Street, Call It What You Want, Getaway Car. So that's nine, I think. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So that's nine. There could be one more, but okay. So I can name a lot more and emphasize why I like them in different ways, but you get the deal. Like, I've been a huge fan, and I have my own personal connection to her discography. So it's not like um I wanted that to be the case for Showgirl, but I have a perspective that for me it could have been something more. And yeah, I love her discography. It presents a very flawed superstar with her unique expression of love, pain, and fame, sometimes. But yeah, again, I'm not the type of fan to be big on her personal matters or the secret meanings of her songs, but I've always had fun being a witness to her artistic endeavors, and will certainly continue to be a fan. So, I may be the type to request her to, girl, calm down. Don't release another album again next year. Please slow down. But if she wants to keep writing, okay. But apart from the maybe the vibe burnout, I'm just surprised Max Martin's contribution here was so. I don't know. There's also Shellback, but I just had high hopes for Max Martin specifically because he's like the hit maker, the pop hit maker. So it's even with reputation, as much as as controversial as it was. Look, listening back to it, it really is fun for what it's worth, even if it's silly too. So for the fun of it, right now, I am going to give The Life of a Showgirl a numerical score, and it's probably going to be a 4 out of 10. Yeah, lower than average. For Taylor Swift, it's lower than average. I'm going to say that. So it's for me, it's not like her worst album. And I'm not gonna say which is it, but it's definitely on the lower side. So it's a decent idea with a lackluster product. And yeah, that's it. I really wanted it to be something more, but that's on me in a sense. Because while we could hope for Taylor Swift to have better songs in lanes or themes that she's already familiar with, especially for something as ambitious sounding as The Life of a Showgirl. That album title alone is quite ambitious, and yeah, we could have had something else that is more directly appealing to us, but it's Taylor Swift. She writes whatever she wants. She puts out songs that she likes because she can. And at this point, me listening to her discography, I'm sure whatever. Does my opinion at this point matter? No. She's a songwriter of her own merit, and oh fuck Scooter Braun, and no, um good luck to her marriage or whatever. I don't know the date that it's going to happen, but yeah, there are hints of love here, hints of pain, hints of cringe, remarkable cringe, but overall, it is a true Taylor Swift album, and I'm fine with it. Maybe I'll forget some songs here after a while, but there's some good songs. And also, Bejeweled is better than Opalite. Sorry.